I don't want to go to Malatang, bro. Last time I went there, I paid $80.
Bro, $80 at Malatang is crazy, dude.
What did you put in it, man?
It's like 2 kilos worth.
Well, you know, to be fair, who knows what the weight is by holding it? It's a trap. It's a scam.
No, but you should know like that. This is going to be a lot to eat.
It's by weight, though.
Yeah, but like, yeah, come on. Like, how would you know? And then you can't even put it back. Once you go there and they're like $80 more, you can't even put it back anymore. It's mixed.
No, you touched it.
Yeah,
It's
It's not like the supermarket
it's
where
not fair.
It's not like the supermarket where you've got like a scale there. You like put it down and you start.
It feels a bit scammy to me. I'm not a fan.
scary even.
That's how they get you.
The controls with you.
Because there's so many options. So I want to get a bit of it. So I got a bit of everything.
Yeah.
By the time I got everything,
you had to pay for
probably
everything.
$80.
Yeah.
Never again.
He's like, oh, I wonder if I can put like 3 slabs of A5 Wagyu on there. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be.
It's good marketing, that one. People used to do the same shit with frozen yogurt, bro.
Yeah. That's right.
Remember?
Yeah.
It's like,
Actually,
there's so many toppings.
You just reminded me.
I paid $80 for that as well.
Hey, that was
a significant.
You know what I realized? That was a Korean thing too. Like they made us serve ourselves.
Is Malatang Korean as well?
Yeah.
Malatang's is Chinese.
Oh, they're trying to copy the Korean strategy.
So is Malaysian. Malatang.
Malatang. Yeah, it's from Sichuan, China, according to our producers.
But do they do that over there as well, where it's like self-serve?
I don't know. I've never been to China, but
Kind of feels like that's something they would do here, but not necessarily. It's like back,
Bit of a gimmick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gimmicky. Oh, look, I'm getting my own food.
It's trading on it.
Oh, you're getting your food and you don't realize you've got.
But you know what you should do now?
What?
You should start something like that where like people serve themselves and you just pay them by weight. Like it could be anything now. It'd just be like
petrol.
What else? I guess people do that with petrol, but they can see how much it is. But what's another thing that we could do as a business where they like have to get stuff and then they have to pay for it afterwards by weight? I'm trying to think.
By weight? Oh,
A gym.
I don't know, man.
So if you weigh yourself.
You're already doing shit yourself, bro.
You have to lift shit by yourself.
You gotta pay more. But the motivation is if you lose weight, you're paying less and less.
Bro,
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Could you imagine, but if they did that, you got your gym membership increases if you're using heavier weights. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because if you're doing it by weight.
Yeah,
so if you're doing like the light stuff,
the heavier stuff, the insurance will need to go up. Like like the wear and tear of the stuff will go up.
I wasn't really thinking about the insurance.
I was thinking logically.
Like another level.
I was thinking logically about it. But it's true.
Fit people tax.
Taxing for good health.
Taxing the people that's going to live longer.
The thing is, like, that would work against me because I'm actually trying to, like, put on weight and keep the weight on.
I know, that's why that's why I'm trying to introduce it. I wanted to work against you, Don.
So Don pays more.
Oh man.
What else is there? Drugs?
I mean, that's obvious.
Yeah, we just put it out there and like,
you didn't think I wasn't gonna weigh it?
Take as much as you want and then we'll weigh it afterwards.
Nah, they do that. You go to like it's like a buffet. You can take as many drugs you want, but like they weigh you before and after to figure out how much you like used.
If you're lighter. Sweat it all out.
Oh man,
water weight's going.
That's all the water weight. It's like if you take Ozempic, it's like, oh yeah, you got to pay more because you've lost about 20 kilos now.
Oh man, yeah, you get that Drake tax.
The Drake tax. I don't know if this is Patreon or this is just like the pre-talk.
I think it's pre-talk. Hey, Patreon is watching Shiv give birth. We're gonna have live stream of Raph's new baby.
We just went in without any context at all.
Yeah. I think it's been leading up to it.
Yeah.
So, wait, are we gonna start the episode?
Something's missing, yeah. Let's do it. Before we start the show, let's talk about our sponsors, which is Tap Send. So this episode is sponsored by Tap Send.
Download Tap Send remittance app via the App Store or Google Play. Sign up.
Great rates and fast transfers. 95% of transactions to the Philippines arrive within 5 minutes.
Zero transfer fees to bank and mobile wallets such as GCash, including GCash overseas account numbers.
Cash pickup transfers with a minimal transaction fee.
Wow.
Yeah. What's the promo code?
Use our promo code Cheatcoders to get a welcome bonus on your first send.
Send.
How much is the welcome bonus, but?
It depends on where you're from, though. Like, whereabouts are you? If you're in the US or in Canada, you get $20 on your extra on your bonus first send. What about if they're
Australian users send stuff to the Philippines? You get an extra $30.
$30s?
What about
$30 reduce.
the UAE?
So if you're in the United Arab Emirates, you get 25. What's their currency?
What's AED? What's that?
Dirham, I think.
Dirham?
Yeah, you get that.
You get 25 of
We'll
those.
say dollars as well.
What about if they're from the UK, where you're usually from, mate?
You get 10 quid.
Hey!
10 quid.
10 quid!
Or
10
look,
squid.
if you're in Europe, you get a bit gypped because you only get 10 euros. And when you convert that,
Yeah, you might as well hop on that train,
Yeah.
that tunnel, send it when you're in the
some
UK.
pounds.
you get a
Yeah,
little
bro.
bit more
Yeah, get
because
them-
the conversion rate's higher in the
peas,
UK.
bro.
The same thing with US and just go down that border, bro.
Spend like how
Send,
much on petrol?
send 20
Spend on
US.
travel and petrol to get an extra couple of dollars.
So whether you're in the US, Canada, Australia, the UAE, UK, or Europe, you can get a welcome bonus on your first send by using the promo code Cheatcoders.
That's almost 1,000 pesos, man. It's a substantial amount.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
Send it to your friends. Send it to your inana
Yeah,
in the
bro.
Philippines.
Take advantage of this money hack. Tap Send is giving you a gift.
Yeah, absolutely.
Use the cheat coders as your promo code.
Awesome. Let's get on to the show.
Got it, the combinations right.
Whoa.
Energy. Channel your inner Raph.
Yo.
That's not me.
You got it?
Yeah, you got it.
Yo. Welcome to the Cheatcoders podcast. Something usual suspects to my left.
To my further left.
There's the guy
It
with
was
the
right.
green
Is that going to go
shorts.
good or is it going to be really shit?
Green Ranger.
Oh, yes.
Am I the Green Ranger?
Yeah. That's blazing. And on my left again. You're right, my left. He's wearing sleeves today. I don't know.
What's doing? This is not doing stuff you've
Oh, yeah. Welcome to episode 306.
My name is Don. You're listening to the Cheatcoders podcast. We've got Natz blazing.
You're entering again? Yeah, what's up?
We've got Christian Walter Garcia.
¿Cómo está?
And this is that thing.
Your wires is not
Your
good.
eyes are
Yeah,
fucked.
this lead is bad. This is episode 306. You will notice that there might be something missing.
Yeah.
Something's missing. But we're gonna keep going anyway because
Yeah.
that's what we do. There's
our faithful leader.
there's very, very few moments and very, very few episodes where we're missing Mr. Raph Daddy.
Yeah, man.
He's got the cleanest attendance.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's that kid in school.
He's like built up all of
Gets
this.
the award for attendance.
He's got good excuse to be missing that day. Like every
I don't
time.
think so, man. Got to be committed.
Wow.
Says the guy that barely makes it. Jokes, Raph, jokes.
Oh, man.
He's going to edit and fuck me up, man. You know, here he is. He's editing.
He's gonna edit you and saying the wildest shit.
No.
We're trying something new with this setup, with this backdrop here. How do you guys feel in this?
I like it because the wind's coming through.
Yeah,
It's cozy.
that's probably why the candle's going out so quickly because it's feeding off of all the oxygen.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know science well enough.
Well, we haven't addressed it. Why isn't Raph here?
Yeah, why isn't Raph
Why
there?
isn't he here?
Yeah.
Put it in the comments.
Let's not explain. People just wondering why.
Get in the comments. Why do you think Raph's not
Why
here?
isn't he here? Where's
Why? Who knows?
Where's Raph?
Let's just keep it like a mystery for a little
Should
bit.
we? Yeah.
I like it. Because I like it. Because
I mean, we did mention shivered labor reaction.
yeah.
But,
Well, there you go. Just gave it away. Thanks, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah.
Anticipation.
So, well,
What?
You just mention it. Okay.
Let's
No,
mention
but
it.
the people
we
that
can cut
do
it out.
listen in.
We can cut it out.
Okay, are we gonna cut it out or like?
Nah, let's just go with it.
We
Just go
mentioned
with
it in the past, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought
we have.
was it supposed to be a secret?
No, it wasn't a secret because he was even saying that they like last episode was going to be
Oh yeah.
his last one in person.
Yeah.
Because he was going to start to do Riverside. It was going to be the tables would turn.
He was gonna be-
where the three of us were here, and then he was going to be in the television.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
We never experienced it.
And every time we'd be having a conversation, he'd be like eating
Ramen.
like ramen noodles or some shit.
Yeah.
And then there'd be a train randomly going past.
Just lived my life, man.
Well, basically, Raph's on edge right now because at any moment now, he's gonna have his second child.
Yeah.
Bro. Like it's
Congrats.
they're timing. What's it called? Contraptions. Like it's gone to that level, right?
Yeah.
It's got a stopwatch and
beautiful.
everything ready.
Because it's about that time now.
Yeah.
But my calculation.
Time to evict the baby.
She gotta go. She gotta get out of
Oh,
there.
man. Yeah, it's exciting times, right?
Was that like the same for you? Like when there was anticipation? Like
I was talking to Raph about this actually while I was venting about the bloody Korean barbecue and soup. I slipped it in there. I was like, "Hey, you nervous, man?" He's like, "Nah, not really." But what it is when you know, especially like he's got a date that it's definitely gonna happen, but it could also happen any time until then.
Yeah.
It's really just feeling in limbo, and that's how me and Nadine felt as well, because we knew she was gonna have a C-section eventually. We're just leading up to it.
Oh, Nadine had a C-section.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean twins. So.
Oh, you have to with twins.
Most of the time, yeah. And
Oh,
she's
okay.
small, so you know. But anyway, like I think that was the one thing that I could relate with Raph is like, I remember that feeling. It's not an anxiety or like I'm nervous debate. You just kind of just like, just hurry up already so I can like plan out my life kind of thing. Like,
is it like waiting for your turn in the skipping rope? Like you just like,
probably, yeah.
here we go. And jump in. Yeah.
That shit would be fucking like, I don't know, bro. Like I'd be on edge like crazy.
It's hard to plan things because like all the stuff we've been doing the last couple of weeks, the whole time Raph's also like, any moment my phone could just ring and it just doesn't happen. And
Every time his phone rings, it's like
and it's just like I just want a burger or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it's just a burger. It's good.
he's had to like move around like shoots and gigs and stuff.
Yeah, man, big time.
Like Marv and I have been on call or been on like backups and stuff. So it's just like
That's it.
yeah. I might have to do one of my first shoots by myself tomorrow.
Yeah, you're gonna get thrown in the deep end.
So I'm a little nervous about that. Not as nervous as Raph is
I was
gonna
gonna
be.
say, comparing your nervousness.
Comparatively, I'm fine. Comparatively, I'm fine. I'm shitting myself. It's like I'm in limbo, you know.
What a guy. It's definitely a guy that doesn't have kids. Oh,
Clearly, he doesn't have kids. No, but yeah, it's good that you guys you can relate to Raph.
comparing a shoot. Independent shoot. You're right, man. You need to talk it through as well.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. It's funny because I think I had to do a shoot for Raph before. I remember we went to see Bad Friends.
Yes.
But I was late to see Bad Friends because the shoot went longer than it was.
Oh, that one.
And I'm just like, man, I'm late for it. But thanks for the gig, man. Thanks for hiring me, man. Thank you.
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah, go for it.
Because obviously when, say, you're expecting and you know it's not going to be easy, like, say, going from, like, say, past experience, say, like Raph, right, with his first kid and stuff. So reaching up to this point, how do you stay sane? Because, like, I don't have, like, bro, like you were saying, on a normal day, I'm like, fuck, I feel like I'm already juggling a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But then you've got this massive thing kind of like looming over you.
What,
So-
the baby coming? You mean?
Yeah, bro. Because like work-wise, like you're already on that level
It's a
of like,
routine.
trying to stay on top of everything, right?
Yeah.
But then this is like a whole new, like separate stuff, bro. Like you're like people kind of have challenges mixing like work and personal life.
Yeah.
Bro, this is a massive personal life.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Just throwing you into, it's like a massive mix-up of, you don't know when the baby's coming, and like you're at any moment now. It's like, wow, bro. Like,
How did you
I'd
handle that?
lose that shit. I'd lose it, bro.
Like, how'd you handle that with work?
Well,
Medication.
yeah. Actually, yeah. Medication
Yeah.
was for me. Yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of it, I think, because when you know, are we going kind of deep? We can go.
Yeah, bro.
Let's go.
Like,
Deep coders.
I think when you know, because it's a significant thing, right? Like especially if it's you're excited for it, you've accepted it, it's going to happen, kind of thing. You start sort of even before the kid's there. You just start to already like, I'm going to do this. There was so many things. I was like, I was journaling. I was writing like, that's it, man. This is my last beer. I'm going to quit drinking. That didn't last long.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't last long. But
It was not his last beer.
Yeah, it was not my last beer. But like, you just start to like prep for yourself, but as much as you can that you know how. Because especially if it's your first kid, you just don't know. You have no experience. It's completely brand new. But you can at least plan for it because you know it's sort of coming.
Yeah.
But the planning you're doing is like, is this actually like helpful, or like you don't know, you just think you're sort of making it up in your own mind. Is it actually gonna help me in this sense? So getting fit, all this kind of stuff. I think Raph, because it's his second, he already knows what he's in for, kind of thing.
Yeah. Right.
So I think you can prepare for it a bit more, but I do think it is harder having a second child because it's.
So especially when it's kind of close, right?
Because it's close. Yeah,
Relatively
he's
in
going to go
age.
through two different stages. Like you're going through that newborn phase again, but then you've also got the toddler phase. Whereas for me, I think I'm lucky. It's more efficient. It's like just do one.
You got a
time.
twofer.
Just bang, and they're just going at the same time. So it's like, this is it. I'm done.
I remember we were joking about it before when we found out it was twins.
Yeah.
Where you'd like say if you were, I don't know, cleaning their bum or whatever, you'd stack one on top. So just one long swipe. It's like, it's the same thing. You're just doing it twice every time.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Find efficient ways to do it, man. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
So that's something I would do very far.
Trying to find
Just put one on top of the other.
the quickest way to do it. It's funny because my mom used to do stuff like that. Not like wipe our bums in one.
All
one
three of you,
consecutive
bro.
thing. Yeah. Some of my brothers and I. But like she would buy like for clothing. She would just buy the same clothing for us. And
Oh yeah, that
Pass it
works,
down.
man.
yeah,
You're the eldest, right?
yeah. But we were like
brothers
fairly
little.
close together.
Oh, yeah, true.
My brothers and I are only like a couple years apart, and so so we would have the same clothes or whatever. And yeah, but I've seen like your girls, you'll one of them will want something and the other one will want a different thing,
Yeah, they're different.
and then they'll want, and then one of them will get FOMO and be like, I want what the other one
That's
has.
the worst. It happens all the time. It's a twin thing. I think it's a sibling thing. Even if they're close in age, it's just natural.
Yeah, it's like wanting Korean
Well, you just don't wanna
barbecue,
feel
but the
left
twin
out.
ones.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I have to buy two of everything. It's just shit. Anyway, it's okay.
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing. I think kids is amazing. Oh man, it always reminds me of a friend of mine who used to complain like every time I saw him.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Hey man, how are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm tired." And I'm like, "Yeah, me too." And he's like, "Yeah, but you don't have a kid."
You know, I don't like people that say that.
Yeah.
I don't use that excuse. It's a bit of a cop out, isn't it?
Well, yeah, he was always negative about it. He'd be like, "Oh man, this kid's keeping me awake and blah blah this and that. I'd rather just be concentrating on this and blah blah blah." And he'd always say, "Don't have kids. Don't have kids."
Oh, this guy doesn't love his kids, bro.
I'm
You
like,
can't say that.
and I was like, man,
You can't put that on the kids.
makes me,
Choice.
It's just
yeah, it was a choice that made.
gotta
You can tell that
harden up.
that pregnancy wasn't planned. Bro, whatever you do,
Don't know.
don't have kids. Bro.
Speaking of unplanned pregnancies, let's get to the next segment, which is Wild Thought.
Holy shit.
Let's get on to the Wild Thought.
This all, oh, bro. I had a bit of a scare, right? Oh, if we're kind of, hey,
Wow.
I like that intro, man. It's good.
I suppose just going off of what we were talking, like, in the past,
Yeah.
when you have the scare,
Of
it's like, oh, babe, I'm late, that kind of thing,
Oh,
right?
yeah, the pregnancies.
And at that time, you're kind of thinking like, it's half responsibility, but I've always pictured myself being a dad. So it was like more excitement than, anxiety of like, oh, I'm not prepared, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be there. You know what I mean? Even if
great, man.
I wasn't. And then when you get the news, like, oh, by the way, it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, and bro, there's something inside me that's just like, fuck. Like, I feel like something's been taken away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But bro, I don't think for guys though, like you kind of, it's like I don't know, when they say like, oh no, I'm not pregnant. It's like you're supposed to rejoice or whatever. But I had the complete opposite. Like the last time, I was like, oh man, like it was like I was already fantasizing, like dad jokes and shit, like just all the cool stuff. I was looking up New Balance shoes and bum bags and stuff. I was getting ready, bro. I don't know. One day, eventually, but
have you always felt like that, like wanting to be a dad? Or
I thought I'd been a dad like in my 20s. Yeah, you know what I mean?
So
at that time,
back then, even
bro.
about,
I think it was really common for us, like in high school and stuff, or like early university, that people would have kids really, really like young.
Yeah, fair enough.
Even like my cousins who were like maybe 5-10 years younger than us, their generation, like they would have kids young, which was crazy. Like I remember my cousin.
Can't imagine having kids at 20.
Dude,
for me,
no,
personally.
but some of these kids were having like kids at 13.
Oh shit! What the hell?
Yeah.
That sounds wrong.
High school.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's not even. Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with young. And like for us, it was like this mentality that it was like, don't like you.
There could be siblings with their kid.
Finish.
That's a 10-year gap. Oh, no, it's
Bro.
not. That's not a 10-year gap. It's a 13-year gap.
Yeah.
Anyway, my math.
Quick maths.
13 years. That's like 10-year gap.
I haven't eaten, bro.
There's food right in front of you.
It's sugar, bro. It's not
Gosh, man.
But yeah, there was that mentality. But like, how did you switch from that mentality?
Which one?
Like from not like I can't have a kid to now I want a kid.
Oh no, I think it kind of felt like it was always there.
You
and
always
then
had one
it's like, you go, I need to be able to fix I need to fix up my shit, like fix up my life, right? Because it was like shambles before.
Yeah.
But the whole thing of, being a dad has always played in my head. Like I always thought that I would have been a dad like mid 2000s, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then whenever the I want to call it opportunity, but like when that scare happened,
You're actually.
it wasn't really a worry so much as like,
Yeah.
oh, is this gonna happen? Like, is it really, is it the time? And then when you get that news, it's like, oh, it's not happening. I was like, and you kind of start fantasizing about, imagine if someone told you, oh bro, I'm gonna win the lotto this week.
Yeah.
And you go, man, I'm gonna get a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Like, you start fantasizing that life.
Yeah. I used to do that a lot.
I was already picturing like, having the child there and stuff. And then, bro, it's weird. Like it's a dream, but it kind of gets snatched away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In some ways it kind of feels real in my mind. But I don't know. It's one of those things, I guess, like you kind of think like if it doesn't happen now, maybe there's a good reason for it. It gives me a bit more time to like prepare or whatever.
Sure.
But that was, besides the point though, like this whole episode is going to be very like family oriented, right? Because big moments like this, say, Raph's having a kid, like we're all excited for him and shit, right? Like this kind of ties in with what I've been thinking about recently. So I remember like my first office job, it was kind of like the setting of like, when you're in high school or like uni or whatever, you have your clique. And then in my school, at least, like it was majority of us, like all fillers or whatever, and we're all the same age. My first office job, all nationalities and stuff, all different ages, but for some reason you're all the same. Do you know what I mean? Like you're all working the same job, you're all in the same role. Just like someone that might have been there like longer, they have seniority, but your age, your skin color, it doesn't matter.
All out the window, yeah.
And then one of the old ladies there, like she was asking me, because obviously I'm new. She was like, oh, you're Filipino, whereabouts are you from? I was like, oh, from out west. And she goes, do you know Dwayne? And I was just thinking like, is this the most racist shit? Just because I was already in the defensive. I'm not used to seeing like different races, different ages, like asking me personal shit like this. I didn't know if that was normal. She was like, "Your filler, oh, do you know this person? Like, are you related or whatever? Like, is that your cousin?" And then I was like, "Bro, this bitch racist, right?" But then she goes, "Dwayne," and I go, "Dwayne is not even a filler name." And she goes, "Dwayne Mendoza," and I was like, "Oh shit." Yeah, bro. We're like family friends, right? But they're not related.
Shoutouts.
It doesn't mean like it's his name. Who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I mean? But we're not exposing him or anything. But anyways, it's this dude that we're not blood related, but for some reason it's like, you know, how we kind of meld the close family friends as, oh yeah, he's my cousin. So when she said, "Are you guys related?" I was like, yeah, that we actually are. Like, I went from this bitch is being racist to, oh fuck, how'd you guess that shit, right? It was like a stereotype.
What was the connection? Why did she guess it? Just because you're
just because I'm filler in this area.
Yeah,
oh yeah, fair
You know what I mean?
So many fillers. Wait, were you working locally? Like,
I was in the bank in Para, bro. Like,
so you're
you
in
know,
Para,
it's
and
like
you live
20 k's away.
You're just living in the West. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
It's funny though, because people will be like, "Hey, you know
It's
this."
an assumption.
Yeah,
but it turns out to be true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's racist, but it's
Yeah,
true.
right. But the thing is that's something, I don't know if this is like something that's unique to us, but with Sydney at least, you know, Filipino communities, they tend to gravitate to each other.
Yeah.
And then you get close knit where people that aren't, you know, blood related, you end up calling cousins, and you know what I mean? Because you end up growing up with them, and
It's true.
kind of seems like you might as well be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you do have, like, you also have your actual blood relatives that you only, you know, you probably see once every few years and stuff. So the friends that have been like there pretty much for all of the big moments, like excited for you about like the big shit, those are the ones that have never really been, I know, like there's no blood relation at all.
Yeah.
And in my head, like whenever, like say for Don, for example, right, we always say, "Oh, it's my brother," or whatever. But like, we're not blood related.
Yeah.
We have different dads.
But we're related because we're filo that live in the
And
same
we have,
area.
yeah, we have different dads and different moms.
Different moms.
Yeah.
But in my head, like I was just thinking the way that Filipinos say, "Oh yeah, that is my cousin."
Yeah.
It's like we're filo related. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
because we're filo.
It's like how Snoop Dogg says,
Like
"This is
cuz.
my cousin."
Real.
Yeah, or everyone calls him uncle. for some
Yeah,
reason.
Uncle Snoop Dogg.
Snoop.
But that, like in my head, I'm coining that phrase like filo relatives. But it doesn't even need to be Filipinos, right? You know what I mean? Because then the other side of the spectrum is the blood relatives, but they're more acquaintances. So they're like acquaintances by blood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like the family you
Blood
choose.
strangers.
Blood strangers. These are my blood strangers.
Yeah, man. No, I just like with moments like this, like right now, we're all excited for Raph.
Yeah.
Big moments. Say like CA is like, you know, he's getting married and he's going through that list of, you know, who we can invite. You're obviously thinking of like, who can I have there? You have the list of friends, like your filler relatives that become like family to you.
Yeah.
But then you also have the blood or your blood strangers that, you know, you kind of have to have there, but you know what I mean?
You
Like,
don't necessarily
but you
want
don't
them
know,
to be
bro. I
there.
haven't seen them since before COVID. Like, why are they going to be there? They're not there. They weren't excited for me for my big moments. Like,
Yeah.
why are they
weren't
going to be here for
necessarily
this
there.
big moment, bro?
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing. Like, there's like everybody knows about the engagement at the start of February, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what engagement?
So yeah, put that on like, you know, your socials and stuff, and it's cool. Like, you know, people actually congratulating,
Yeah.
just showing love, just going like, bro, like this is a big moment for you. Like, I'm happy for you, and it's like it feels fucking good, right? There's this one Viet restaurant that me and my missus always go to, and there's the auntie that, you know, that runs the joint. She obviously doesn't have socials, but for some reason inside of me, I was so excited to tell my missus, like, hey, we need to go to auntie. Like, I want to tell her. You know what I mean?
Wait, do you see her regularly? Like,
Yeah, because every time we're there, she fucking loves, bro. She adores my missus, Like she, on a hot day, she'll bring the fan out to us. Like just shit like that. Oh,
It's
how
like,
you
yeah,
been?
it's very
Like,
motherly and stuff.
oh, bro.
This guy had to tell the the owner of the Korean restaurant after
Yeah,
the
man.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Because he won't know.
we were
Do you know what I
planning
mean?
it, and because he'd gone there so many times, he's a regular at
Bro, Neil is an old Korean dude that owns a restaurant, and
Yeah.
he's my fellow relative.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The same way this old lady, we don't even know her name. It's just Auntie from the Vietnamese restaurant.
yeah.
When we went there, she's obviously busy. The time that she saw my missus through the pass where you feed the food through.
Right.
She sees my missus and she's already yelling like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then she came out. I was like, "Auntie," and I grabbed my missus' hand and I showed her the ring.
Yeah.
Bro, she went on a rant with like Vietnamese, right? I couldn't understand it, but you can tell she was so happy, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And I was
It's
telling
genuine
my
too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Obviously, yeah.
That's nice.
and that was from a stranger. Like we had no blood relations at all, but the genuine like happiness towards her,
Yeah.
it's way more than some blood relatives that I've got. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh,
You know what it is?
that
though?
happened.
Because I think with blood relatives, not all of them. Like I'm close to some blood relatives, but like most of them, because it's by obligation, kind of you know you have to do that. But anyone else that you sort of, especially in our age, like we live such fast-paced lives, and we don't really have time to connect. And you know, we only hang out with people usually if we need to do stuff with them, or if it's work or whatever. But the ones that you really do stay in contact with, there's an effort there. Like you're choosing to give
Yeah.
your time to these people.
The
I think that's
family
what
you
makes
choose.
it. Yeah, it's basically the family you choose. I think.
Yeah.
That's that.
It kind of reminds me of like what you're saying. Like I've have lots of friends that I used to be close with, but grown apart because of just
Yeah.
circumstance and stuff like
The
that.
growing apart thing, I understand, right?
Yeah.
But then there's people that are still within your lives, though. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you guys still experience this, but like legit actual family that they only live like 5 minutes away or whatever,
Same, yeah.
that kind of thing. And you'll see them from time to time at like family events.
Yeah.
But then there's no, I don't know, it's just legit like blood strangers, like your very parallel lives kind of thing. And then come for the big moment like this, like, oh, do I invite you to
Yeah.
so-and-so? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
It's funny something that CA's fiance said. She was like, "Can you not make more friends? Because
oh,
the
bro.
guest list is already full."
Yeah, man.
And then so when like he like started getting close with us, she was like, "Oh, like now the guest list blown out. Oh my goodness."
Because
You know what
our
you do?
budget.
you gotta
Sorry, CA,
you gotta
sorry,
treat it
Bianca.
like what's that show where you fire people?
What? What's it called?
Yeah, you just gotta have a list.
Yeah.
Just cull it. Just
It's so tough,
just
man.
prioritize. And just no, you gotta be ruthless, man. You gotta be like a corporate lizard. Just be like, nah, and just cut it. Cut it at the legs.
Oh man,
I don't know.
rough.
Hey, dude, legit, like, if I was
Marvin's
in
like, yeah.
CA's shoes and I'm like planning for an upcoming wedding or whatever, you'll find that Vietnamese auntie there before some of my blood strangers, bro.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, man.
I don't know, you should do it, man.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
If
why not?
Dude, you know what? It hits so different, eh?
Yeah.
Again, she was talking in Viet, right? I couldn't understand a word, but in my head, that was exactly how my Lola would have sounded. It was just so strange,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. But again, like, it's just, I don't know, filler related to that auntie, and then all the blood strangers, they're going to see you in, the big moments, bro.
Hey man.
Don't wait for that invitation. Just saying. But that was my wild thought. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit deep or whatever. And
Yeah.
It's deep thought.
but
Nice.
It's deep though.
just wanted to bring that up.
It's a deep thought. The show
Yeah.
was the show you're talking about was The Apprentice.
Oh,
Yeah, who's
With,
who's the main guy in that?
With good old
good old Donald,
Donald,
Mr.
the
Donald.
POTUS.
But that's not even him. What the hell is
Maybe it's
that?
like the newer one.
Oh wow!
Oh no,
that's
it's
weird.
they made a movie
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
called The Apprentice because that looks like Sebastian Stan.
Maybe I don't know.
I
Yeah,
don't
it
know
is
who
Sebastian Stan
is.
playing Trump. And there's a 2024 movie. That's interesting. I don't want to watch
Sebastian.
it. It's just interesting.
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
But yeah, that was my wild thought, man.
Nice.
I don't know if you guys feel the same way.
I feel it.
I'll be honest. That's like, because me and Natz got married, right? It was really when we were in
So
London.
it's official, like legit.
No, we
like
are. We actually are married.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Bro, this whole time I didn't.
We didn't really tell anyone. Either.
They just
We-
went,
we-
Bro, all the secrets are coming out
No,
today,
we
man.
did-
Raph is having a baby.
The best thing
You're married.
that it was
Where the
because,
fuck is your ring, bro?
I
Just
didn't,
kidding.
yeah, actually, I didn't have one. Yeah.
Oh, bro, you're full low key.
I did have one, but
Lost it.
I got fat. My finger got fat.
Oh,
I wasn't fit anymore. So,
Yeah.
and I couldn't be bothered.
But you still
recycling.
have it at least, right?
No, the original plan was it was like COVID styles, and then we make a joke about it because we did it. We just did our own thing. We went to the courthouse thing
Yeah.
where we were
Right,
living
right.
in London. And she jokes about it because it's like, you just did this for the green card because that extended that extended me for London for another 4 years.
Bro, you were a mail order.
yeah. So I got to stay in the UK for
Oh,
4 more
shit.
years because I got to stay
I mean, hey.
on her passport. Because Brexit happened, but I was like, oh, I'm kind of European now. That's what I'm saying. So those are the advantages of marriage.
Married a citizen.
Yeah, that's what I did. I can go back.
Some people are like, so Tom's writing down like, must get married.
Yeah. But no, the thing is, like, we told them, it's like, look, we did it, but what we're going to do is we're going to do something when we
Came back.
not even come back. Like, we were going to do something over in the UK. And
Right.
like, and the beauty of it was, it's like, you know what? Same things were coming up. Like, oh, I don't really want to invite certain people. But it was like more of like a fuck off invite. Because like, who's going to come to the UK? It's so
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
Because we knew already
We
that
would've-
people
we
would have
would've been-
came.
we would've been there
Even
in a
Raph,
heartbeat.
like Raph doesn't leave his radius. And he was like, I'm there, bro. You getting married? I'm there.
I mean, but that's Raph, though. Like, do you know what I mean?
He'll come.
Yeah, he would have.
So that's what I mean. Like the beauty.
To be honest, bro, I don't think I would have gone just because I didn't know you then.
Back then. Yeah, well, obviously, they know each other. Maybe now, but yeah.
I would have been there, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't have been invited.
I don't think you're in the pod yet.
Nah.
I think you're,
Oh man.
Yeah,
But
that was crazy.
would you guys want to do something now
No,
that you're back in Sydney?
because what happened is, while we're in the UK, it just got COVID. All these things were happening. It got delayed, and then when the kids happened, we're like, let's like delay it even more. And then it just got to a point. It's like it's too much work, eh? It's too much. So we're thinking like if we did do something, it'd just be like a renewal. 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
or something. And it's pretty soon. Well, not really. That's
What,
bad
it'd be
math
5
again.
years?
It's bad math. Yeah, that's what it's bad.
We got married about
But, like,
3 years ago,
I don't-
so it's almost our 10-year anniversary.
I don't talk about it often, actually. I've never actually talked about it to anyone. But I actually kind of like that it was just us because when
Right.
we went, it was actually really cool. Like we went to the courthouse. We got 2 of our closest friends
Yeah,
in the
to be
UK to be the witnesses.
yeah.
And it was actually really like, it was really nice. Even the other girl she's our friend as well. It's like, dude, I just want something like this. Hey, because right after, we were like in a like suit. She was in her dress.
Right.
That's nice.
We took photos outside the garden. Then we went to like a bar, like just in the city because we're already in the city.
Yeah.
And then at night we just packed our bags and went to Paris. And it was like, when we look at it now, we were just like, this is just
Wow.
like there was no effort because there was no thought. Not really, there was thought, but there wasn't so much emphasis on like we have to do this, we have to get the right.
You
thing.
didn't have the stress.
There was no stress. It was just
Yeah.
like it was actually such a nice thing. And then we were like, you know what? This is the real wedding, but we're gonna have a wedding because we want to do something for the family,
family.
ticking off the boxes, make them happy, all that.
it sounds like
but
the
real
more
weddings
romantic
actually
option,
happened.
right?
That's how it felt like. So
Yeah.
for me, it's like we don't even have photos publicly. We've got them,
Yeah.
but it's just nice to have that bit private for us. And for me, like I'm pretty public with a few things already. Just
Would
with
you
the
put them
podcast.
up on Patreon?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. If people subscribe, we get
People
100
pay
subscribers.
Start OnlyFans for your wedding photos.
Only weddings.
The producers are writing, let's make it a live show.
It's so private.
Welcome to our private.
So, I mean, that's what OnlyFans is, right? You sell your privates on there. So.
So you're private. You're a shit.
Oh man,
That's sick, bro. Yeah. Hey, just low key.
yeah.
My missus has always been asking, like, they get married.
Yeah. We don't tell anyone. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, bro, babe, I don't even know. I don't even know how to ask that question. That's why, there it is. Though.
oh
It
man,
is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
there it is.
That's cool, man.
All right, let's get on to the next segment. I don't know how like Raph segues to this stuff. Speaking of eloping, let's
Segway King.
Speaking of eloping, let's get on to the fun facts.
Hey,
What's up? It's your boy Don.
That was a horrible segment.
doing that stuff.
What's up?
White Hungarian salami.
What's doing?
We're supposed to have 10 minutes. We went on 20 talking fucking
Well,
random shit.
I know that we've started like already. talking.
Is that what that time is for?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was back. Yeah, that's what
It goes so quick.
that's what the producers are there.
Sorry, guys, they're doing all this effort. I'm not even paying attention to it. Sorry, guys, I get it now. All right, so that's the time. Yeah, okay. 20
There you go.
minutes.
Yeah, fun fact.
Cool.
Why did he stop it?
All right.
But all good. But yeah. So
These facts, Don.
the fun fact of the week. I don't even know. It's not necessarily a fun fact. It's just something I bring up every week. Hey, but this time around, I have a little thing that I heard, and let's watch this video so that I'll get you guys some context.
Reaction.
Oh, can we turn it up?
Oh, I saw this.
It's crazy.
And that's it, right?
45 grand.
So, yeah.
Snoop Dogg got just that.
He got 1 billion streams on Spotify,
He got 45
and
grand.
he got 45 grand
You got gypped, bro.
for 1 billion streams. Like, how does that make sense on that? Anyway, so that's him, and he's talked about it on a couple different podcasts, a couple different platforms, where he doesn't understand how things are getting calculated.
Yeah.
So back in the day, you would, sell 1 million records, you get a percentage of each.
They call them points or some shit.
Yeah, right. You get a percentage of that. But then with these streams, it doesn't equate. He's got like, if you think about it, 1 billion streams, each stream to get $45,000, that's like a percentage of a percentage of a percentage of a percentage. That's like
Is he
Yeah.
talking about one song or his just whole catalog?
No.
his whole catalog. Right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's not right.
But the music industries, like we look at Snoop and we see an artist that was there during the 90s and also now.
Yeah.
So like before streaming was around, physical cash was actually being exchanged
Yeah,
for a
right.
CD.
Yeah.
And you go, like for us, we go home, listen to a tape or a CD over and over again, and we don't count how many times. This is as far as the purchase goes. We only purchase it at one time.
Yeah.
But with streams, we're going like, oh, billions of streams and stuff. It's because people listen to it over and over again. But
Yeah.
at what point does money get exchanged, though? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
it's very tough to kind of gauge. Like,
And it's
And that's
usually
what
like
it's so
subscriptions. That's where it's at right now is the subscription. So Spotify charges people for subscriptions.
yeah.
And then that's how they get their money. And then how do they allocate that to the artist? Like they
Another thing though, you do have to bear in mind when an artist like as big as Snoop with a career that long, right? It gets to a point where an artist, it almost just becomes an entity. So they're not really just, I'm getting all this, because there's a huge push for it. There's so many labels involved. If you look at Snoop's catalog, each of his albums, I think, have been on different records. He's been on
Labels.
a few different labels already.
Yeah.
He's been pushed by major record companies. I think only recently he was very sort of more like ownership, like I think
Yeah.
he bought Death Row Records just recently, but I don't know what that
So
really
he
is
can
worth.
get their 45
Yeah,
grand.
but yeah, maybe I don't know. Yeah, that's what I mean. But I think there's just so many things tied to when you become that sort of entity. Unless you're smart like Jay-Z and you really know business, most artists pretty much do get gypped a lot. Like they will be rich, like millionaires as well, especially back in those days. But if you look at the whole pie, you've got all these like
Oh, you've
Jewish
made
execs,
so many people rich.
more rich.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
the pie gets split. There's so much to pay. There's like literally buildings of business. It's like a corporation almost.
Yeah.
The artist is like
You're on
obviously,
the, you're on the very end.
I don't know about the very end. You are paid very well, but yeah, you got to consider the whole piece. Say like if you do the numbers right, like most of these, that's why a lot of artists like rappers that even though they make it, they go broke because they just got short-ended on the deal,
Yeah.
or like something like this, they're probably getting a tiny % of what the streams are.
Yeah.
The streams don't even make that much as well.
Can
as
you can you imagine like an artist who is up and coming who's trying to put their stuff on Spotify? With
Well, that's the,
absolutely, like,
that's the
nothing,
beauty
you know what I mean?
of it, though. Like going independent, if you're not tied to
True,
a
you
label,
get
and then
more
you're getting those kinds of
percentage.
numbers, it's a huge difference.
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
a
thing.
bigger
That
push.
Beep lady probably
You
getting
You can
those
live off
money,
that.
right?
That's why
I think she's
creators,
signed,
small
though.
creators, can get
Yeah.
We could get there, maybe.
Maybe we can get there. If
subscriptions
people
and stuff.
subscribe to our Patreon.
The whole money making with being an artist, it's in the performances though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Merch
Performances
sales.
and
For sure.
merchandise, yeah, all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
All that too is part
It
of it
is
too.
how you like build the revenue for yourself. But the interesting thing off the back of this, right? So just talking about how Snoop brings up that and has talked about how it doesn't make sense, the streams and all of this stuff.
He doesn't know the business.
He started to move away. He's moved away from Spotify.
Oh, yeah,
He's
fair
taking his catalog off of Spotify and moved to a different platform now. Can the producers do a quick search on which platform he's on now?
Sworn Snoop Dogg's still on Spotify though.
He probably is, but he's like trying to, because maybe it's
Didn't Jay-Z try that? He moved all this stuff to his own
Tidal.
one. He did Tidal,
Yeah.
and then it just kind of flopped.
But then it could be, like you said, it might be still distributed by other record
Yeah.
labels. So Tune FM. So now he's on a particular
Tune FM.
streaming service.
Oh, is this recent?
Yeah, man.
There you go. Okay, maybe he is off Spotify then.
And it could be that, like, because I heard recently on one of his songs, excuse me, his no, that was YouTube Music. Maybe I'm thinking I don't even use Spotify anymore. I use YouTube Music now. But yeah, some of it might still be there because it's like you said, it might be a different record label that's distributing it for him. But then his specific music, it's probably his Snoop Lion stuff that's on Tune FM now.
It's just Snoop Lion and Andre 3000's flute bullshit. just two songs in there.
What do you guys think of this move, the moving off of Spotify?
I
Getting
know,
all that
man.
kind of stuff.
YouTube's been around. It kind of feels like, you know, when Napster came out and then songs were getting like copied and shared, and
Yeah.
obviously like labels are getting undercut. Like since then, I haven't paid for music, bro. You know what I mean? This is like early 2000s. Like I have like the premium stuff, the subscription to YouTube. So because I use YouTube Music as well, so I'm guessing that money's going towards
Yeah,
the
that
artists
would
and
go
stuff.
to- yeah.
But
Like a very small part.
I haven't really gone, oh, there's a new album. Let me, part with $40 or to get it right away. Like it was just, it's going to be on YouTube anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if he takes it off of Spotify, someone wants to listen to it,
It'll still
they're
be
going to
on-
find it,
it'll
bro.
be on
Like,
YouTube. Yeah.
I don't know how this
think
is
he's
like
shooting
sticking it to
himself.
the man.
It's kind of shooting himself in the foot, I think.
You reckon?
As well. I think so. Because I'm not going to get another bloody app. And what, is there a subscription for that tune as well? I'm not going to.
Tune FM, I don't know.
To be honest though, like with Snoop, I haven't really been excited for his songs in like so long.
Yeah, Missionary was
So
a bit
I'm
more-
kind of more excited when the Olympics is on, is doing commentary.
Wow,
You know, when he does random stuff like that.
With Martha Stewart
most of
as well.
the
Yeah,
ones were
bro.
there, I think. Just being a personality. Because wasn't he getting paid crazy just to
Yeah.
commentate that? So
Yeah,
there you
dude.
go. That's where
He would have negotiated really high for that as well, for his rates. But
see.
maybe it is a business move for him. Like say Tune FM, maybe he's got like a percentage stake in Tune FM, just like Jay-Z's done
Yeah.
with Tidal, and then eventually sold it off. So it could be that, and then eventually you'll just hear stuff on Spotify again. But
probably.
I don't think it changes much. I just think it is more of a conversation. I think it'd be interesting to hear what artists, like if you're an up and coming artist, what you think of what Snoop is doing, and tell us how you distribute your music, and if you guys are making anything off the back of that. I think I was making like $8 a quarter or something with like the very few songs that were on my.
Really?
With your one?
You actually
Yeah.
made money.
Yeah.
Damn, I made nothing, bro.
It was like $8. Thank
that
you.
when they
Thank you,
calculate
CSC.
it
Just
every
told me you
quarter?
listen to my music. Thanks, man.
Wait, was this on YouTube or?
No, from like distribution, like so Spotify and all that kind of stuff, like
no.
Apple Music, and
This guy actually made some money.
it was a
bro.
little bit. Not,
This is,
not a
I
lot.
don't know, this must be so disheartening to up and coming artists seeing reels like this. Because now aside from you making songs or performing, recording yourself and things like that, you got to think of like, well, how am I actually going to make a living? Like, aside from, because this is obviously not enough.
Nah.
Yeah.
Your art isn't enough. So, I don't know, like
the
you got to
shows.
start thinking of a gimmick or some shit, like use this on a TikTok reel or something
Yeah.
where that's obviously going to get you eyes enough for people to be like, oh, we'll pay you to perform at our club, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then that's when you can actually start recouping the cost that you've put into your craft. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because like, I suppose with any artist, the stuff that you're paying for is all of those hours that's been put into
Big time.
honing that craft, or like writing a song and all that shit.
Yeah.
You don't charge someone, $30 an hour or something. It's always like all of that work is done beforehand, and this is why I'm valued this much. So I don't know. I really hate to be like an artist and seeing a reel like this. Brr, that would make me go
Really
and look for another
disheartened,
job.
Did we make any money off of New Girl? If we
No.
we didn't make
I think
any.
we made money because that club gig you got, I think we got $50 and I just bought drinks and it was gone.
Yeah, we got comps for drinks.
It's like, yeah, $50. Can I get around? Oh, I had to pay more.
Yeah.
I was negative by the end of the night.
we did a couple like club gigs, and then
Did we?
Yeah, because there was like Macquarie Hotel as well.
Oh, that was a good one with the dinosaur costume.
With the dinosaur
that was
costume. Yeah, because like we for context, people don't know. Natz and I made a song. How long ago was that, man? It was.
Has it been 10 years?
Has it been 10 years? Can we do a quick check of New Girl?
Let's see how long it's been.
It'll be on YouTube.
I think it was 2012, no?
Yeah.
2013 maybe.
Just New Girl, not plural.
It was just after everyone was saying that the world was going to end.
Yeah. There.
Hey, new girl.
The second one there.
12 years.
12 years.
It's actually more. There's the dinosaur.
But what year? There's 2013. See, I was right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Post-apocalypse, this one.
The world didn't end, and then we got New Girls. But yeah.
How many new girls have you had since this video?
Oh God! Don't even.
Threw me under the bus, bro.
Oh man, it's in the name, Don.
My head hurts.
He's got a headache thinking about exes.
Counting too many girls. Oh,
Quick maths.
I was like, when it's funny, like we'll bring up a little bit of nostalgia, but like when I was younger, it was kind of like, oh yeah, like lots of girlfriends and stuff. Now when I think about it, I'm like, oh
Yeah. Dude, you were a slut.
yeah, a slut.
You're a slut.
Oh man, I'm embarrassed. Because I was talking to someone about it. I think and they were like, oh, how many girlfriends have you had? I'm like, I don't want to say.
He's calculating. Too long.
Bro, I know I keep bringing her up, but I was talking to my missus and she was like, this dude, like he was trying to get in with Beck.
Was it you?
And no.
It
It was one of her mates.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Right.
was like, Beck. And then she said the last name. I was like, oh, Don went out with her. Immediately.
Bro, you really are Drake, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone hates.
Bro, she's a fellow relative, man.
As soon as I heard the name, I was like, oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Drake,
man.
Drake, not Don. Exhausted the pool. It's,
Good times, great measures. Yeah. I was like, fuck, man. Sorry, tell me another name, babe. Let's roll the dice on this one.
You know how we're getting into our hot tito summer, right?
Yeah,
Like we're
yeah.
getting into our hot tito summer. For me, it's like I'm the tito that would be like, I used to have lots of girlfriends.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
Like I'm that tito, and I'm like,
Exactly
oh,
like
why? I don't want to be that tito, man. Oh God. I was really muscly when I was young.
You know what, Don? Like, it wasn't even like because they weren't really girlfriends, eh? You know what I mean?
Just hookups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not even. I don't think it'd be the same.
What do you mean?
I'm not gonna say anything. They might-
Yeah.
in case I implicate myself, but
No, let's keep going. Let's
Alright.
keep going a bit longer. No, wait. Is it? Are you saying is it worse if they're just hookups?
Yeah,
or
I
if
don't
they're
think they
girlfriends?
count.
No, what do you mean?
It's It's terrible to say.
What are we talking about? Like count as in like you hit it or
No, because
relationships?
there's no. Like,
Because
it was
like
just
I don't know,
a-
like having a lot of relationships means that's actually like a good quality. Hear me out. To have a girlfriend, there's a lot more effort. You have to
Yeah,
be
there's, like,
romantic.
there's
You have to be
commitment to
there's
it.
commitment.
Yeah.
That's like a good quality. You're not just like hey bang bang out. If you were like hey bang bang out like clockwork, I don't know, Don. It's not a good look.
Feels like with.
But if they're all girlfriends, he just, he's a good guy.
But see, the girlfriend. Sorry, I'm seeing it in this perspective, right?
Because Gussie has seen like
The whole timeline.
he's been there.
Notice how his hand went like this.
Gussie,
Here's a spectrum.
Gussie has been my mate for a long time. So yeah.
But like with the hookups, right? Their mentality of it being a hookup is okay. This is what it is. It's very temporary, just for right now.
Yeah.
And you both walk away like, oh yeah, that happened. That was it.
Right.
But if it's a girlfriend and there was an actual relationship, and then you go, oh man, this guy's had plenty of girlfriends. That means he's broken so many hearts as well. You know what I mean? Like every single breakup is going to be fucked up like that. You've ruined this person for some time of their life.
Could have amicably broke up. Was it amicably?
But I think, that's why I'm saying like one is worse than the other, because breaking up with a girlfriend is worse than a hookup. That's why I'm saying it doesn't count as much, because emotionally, you're not
invested.
You're not hurting someone.
Yeah, gotcha.
You know what I mean? It's like very just temporary physical thing.
It's been a mix. It's been a mix. I'm not gonna comment on
mix and match this guy.
I'm just gonna.
Let's do it.
Apparently, this other dude wrote songs about this chick, bro. And you guys know him too. I don't want to say now.
Just copy now.
No,
Just whisper it into the
because
microphone.
he's still making music right now. That's why.
Who is it?
I don't want to say it.
Narrows it down.
But yeah, I'll tell.
Is he a rapper? Is he a singer?
camera.
Huh?
Say it off camera.
Yeah, I won't say it now. Well, yeah, he was writing songs about this chick.
All right, we can talk more about.
You know what? Don't got in there.
No. That's the worst thing for an artist.
And not only Don, there was one night his brother got in there too.
He got Valix 2 times.
Oh no!
Yeah, man.
Oh my god!
Fun times.
All right, well we can get more into that, but
He really wants to end this.
let's,
I think we
yeah.
should keep going. Man.
So that was a fun fact.
let's get into let's pay some bills. So
I don't know how you're gonna edit this.
let's pay some.
Beep got in there. Beep. Oh shit.
That's good.
We're gonna have some more wild talk from the Cheatcoders in just a moment, but first, let's pay some bills by downloading Tap Tap Send Remittance app via the App Store or Google Play Store.
Where are we? Wait.
Great rates and fast transfers. 95% of transactions in the Philippines arrive within 5 minutes.
Oh, I got the long line. 0 transfer fees to bank and mobile wallets such as Gcash, including Gcash overseas account numbers. How to. That link.
You don't have to say that bit.
All right.
So cash pickups, transfers with minimal transaction fees. There's a promo code, Cheatcoders, to get a welcome bonus on your first send. So whether you are in the US, in Canada, Australia, UAE, UK, or Europe, you get a welcome bonus.
The equivalent fee in that currency.
Yeah. So if you're in Australia and you want to send some money to the Philippines, how much do they get on their bonus?
30
$30,
Aussie
man.
dollars.
30 Aussie
dollary dues.
$30 dues.
Yeah.
Wow.
For US and Canada, if you're gonna send it, that's an extra $20. And guess what? You're not gonna get tariff out of that $20.
So yeah, use the Cheatcoders, the promo code Cheatcoders to get a welcome bonus on your very first send with Tap Send. Let's get back to the show.
All right. Just let it happen.
Just let it happen.
Okay.
It's funny. Like we brought up New Girl and stuff, and because that was over
12 years.
12 years ago.
Yeah, why?
2013.
Because I was reminiscing. Like we were talking about different. So we have a new segment. We have a new different
relationships.
Yeah, but we have a new style of video for us, which is the Cheatcoder side quests, which will be on YouTube. There's us doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. There's like hot import nights, and there's a whole bunch of other things that are there. Marvin came up with the idea of maybe following Natz around.
Yeah, what was the idea?
Like going through going through you and going be like the conception of a song, recording it, and then promoting it and all that stuff.
Are you
Like
gonna
we're gonna
actually make that song?
I guess so. Like it's been said now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It was an idea.
Hey, Natz, just let it happen, bro.
Guess we're just gonna let it happen. Fuck. I didn't agree yet, but I guess we're doing it now.
No, that was just it was a suggestion, but like I reckon
yeah.
it's a good opportunity. Like we can talk about how for you, because so Natz, if you didn't know, and like I mentioned in a previous episode, Natz the Pinoy rapper was really prevalent. He was like famous.
It was during Napster days.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
So
Napster blazing.
I remember on my mum's Napster, she had your songs.
Really?
Nah. Mom doesn't have Napster, bro.
I even had to laugh. I was like, that was burned. I was so excited. Like, really?
My mom don't know you.
Bro, my mom's like on Napster.
I don't know.
She doesn't know how to use the computer, man.
Nice. Would have been nice. That's all. Let's go see his mom.
Oh man.
Oh, man, you did mention that she was getting shared in like VCDs.
People burn
Yeah,
CDs.
VCDs.
Bro, you got pirated, man.
I got pirated. I didn't make any money.
That's when you know you made it.
I didn't.
They were stealing your 45 grand.
You probably got 1 billion streams. It hasn't been recorded anyway.
A billion streams in Kiapo or in buses. And stuff.
Yeah, there's one dude who's like replaying it over and over like 1 billion times. See, like Crip walking to the sea, walking to
This the songs. Yeah.
Hey, like I would count all of the sea walk videos
They were
with your
mine.
music on it. That would count to your streams too. That should be counted to your streams.
But they're not, aren't they? They're on different accounts. So I never got paid. You know, my entire music career, I was negative.
Yeah.
Negative dollars. Microphones.
Same with me.
Time.
Yeah.
What a shit career. What a waste of fucking time. What do I got to show for a YouTube video? It's all right, anyway.
What I got to show for it? YouTube video, 20-year anniversary. Fuck over.
Again, if I was an upcoming artist, I'd hate this shit, right?
Yeah,
Shout out to
Seeing all this, bro.
Shout outs to all the Natz the Pinoy rapper fans. He really appreciates you.
all five of you that still exist.
What was your process like, man, when you were like making music like back in the day? Because I remember like when we made New Girl, you came to me with the idea and it was like,
No, yeah, I'll tell you what ruined it. I'll tell you exactly what ruined music.
yeah.
Because I started music in high school, right? Don't play it. No, it's embarrassing. Oh, he's playing it. No, so-
We played a last
So when
episode.
I started in high school, right? It was a hobby. I found it, and there was no process. I just learned to write myself. I'd steal beats because I couldn't make them, and if I just liked it, I was in that sample era, like Kanye West styles, and I just liked to write. I was obsessed with writing. Like that was my forte. I'd like to write. I was a bit of an emo kid, so I'd always like write how I felt.
That was your journaling back in the
Being a
day.
little bitch and just venting all my shit. And it sounded good. People liked it. Where it got ruined was when I was like, I could make money out of this. That's when I killed it.
What happened?
Because then it became like a job.
Yeah.
It killed the dream. Yeah, like I'm telling you right now, like, because I found this in high school, didn't know what to do after high school. And then I found audio engineering. It's like, oh, I could study that because I'm doing it now by myself. Soon as it's in a classroom or theory and all that involved, I was like checked out. I was like, this is shit. Like,
Yeah, I took all the fun out of it.
I already know how to do this. And then the other stuff that I wasn't really interested in, it was a waste of money for me for that sense. But then when we did music, we weren't making money off the music. So we tried to pivot and do like events. That was fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think that's where I started to like the concept of just business and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't about the music anymore. It was purely like, what are we going to do? Like, that's not even music related. We were like getting dancers to perform so we could make money to fund our music that wasn't making any money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It was a pit.
Yeah, it was.
Kept feeding it.
I don't regret it though. I actually joked. Like, I liked that era. It was fun. Yeah. It's fun. It was good.
So we won't be doing that side quest episode.
We're going to go fishing apparently.
Yeah, we'll go fishing.
Yeah.
It's so depressing this whole time. First Snoop, now Natz. I'm losing hope, man. I wanted to write something.
Yeah.
So producers are showing us a comment on one of the videos. It says, "Can you hook me up with that? I want to hear Natz's comeback."
Wow.
Hey, when's your comeback?
He wants your comeback.
He wants your cum on his back.
I want his comeback. Wow, I had wild fans, dude. You know what my demographic was? It was emo kids.
That was they call them sad boy music nowadays, right?
I think so.
Because
Well,
emo's not really
teenage-
around, but Drake is still around.
Teenage kids.
Because that was his music back then, right? Just like sad boy shit.
Yeah, I think so.
Sad boy music.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Bro, I was listening to someone who was saying, he was talking about America, right? It's like, you know what? My dad came here with $5 in his pocket.
Yeah.
And when he died, he was 500 grand in debt. It just reminds me of the situation. It's like I started this music thing, $5 in my pocket, man.
Look, maybe we can flip it. All right. Let me. I've been trying to be more positive, don't I? I've been trying to be more positive lately. Things have been pretty negative these past few weeks. Let's flip it. It's all perspective, right? It's all perspective. So the music went to shit, but if we never did music, I would have never been on this whole journey with Raph doing the videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And we would have probably never pivoted to like
Events.
like what's an easier way to sort of be creative but with not as much effort. And that's when we started just talking shit on a mic.
Yeah.
And then it became like
became
with the help of you guys.
He started talking shit about SB19. People that are making an effort. Wow.
That sounds like Joe Budden.
Hate
though.
comments.
One of our producers watched the video and he's like, "You guys never said anything bad about SB19.
I know.
Why are they hating on you?" I'm like, "Bro, it's the internet. It is what it is, man. If you didn't like our SB19 thing, it's just what it is."
But
you know?
yeah, man, we like Cheatcoders was, came out of that. I would have never met all my music friends.
You and I wouldn't have met.
We probably would have.
It's always the
we
case.
wouldn't have met. We wouldn't have.
wouldn't have met.
You wouldn't have hated me, and then we wouldn't have
Yeah.
become friends after.
Oh,
may have
don't
met
bring
him,
it up,
yeah.
man.
What's this?
No, don't worry about it.
Nah,
It's
nah.
not-
There's so
I
many
wanna hear
comments on it now.
I don't want to read them, man. It
Yeah.
affects me. It affects me.
I'll read them later and I'll enjoy them.
it. You know,
love that
masturbate to it.
Comments.
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, like it's one of those things as well because I don't think I've made like any money on my music either.
Do you regret it?
I don't regret it because
Yeah,
I feel very similar to you where it's just like it's gotten me to a point I've learned so much from
Yeah.
it, and like I have an extensive background in audio because of it.
Exactly,
You know what I mean? And I kind of found parallels with that and videography and doing this stuff with podcasting, and I kind of look at it as a way of because I say it now, like I used to be a singer in another life.
Yeah, I don't like even put myself in that. Right, like
Yeah.
I don't go, I'm a rapper. And you know what? Okay, little secret.
Yeah.
Back then, it carried weight if you were like, I was a rapper,
Yeah.
because not many people did it.
Yeah.
That's why girls like.
Ooh,
I don't know why you're
that was your
But
Riz
now,
move.
but now,
Yeah.
you say you're a rapper,
Yeah.
people just laugh at you most of the time. If you haven't made it. If you're like
it's
if you
a-
don't have a following, like
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
like
yeah.
everyone does it. It's like, oh, here's another rapper.
It's just
kind
another
of
rapper.
thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are good rappers. I'm not shitting on rappers in general, but it doesn't have that same. Because before I'd just be like, oh yeah, I wouldn't even say it because I just don't like to. And people are like, he's a rapper, and I'd be like awkward about it too.
Yeah, I feel like it's very similar to like being a YouTuber or an influencer
It's not that,
or like a podcaster. Like I remember this is like a few, like almost 5 to 10 years ago. I was with a friend of mine, Gian. We're a friend of ours, Gian. We're at a party, and then he introduced me. Oh, this is Don. He's a YouTuber. And then the person
Wait,
goes,
what were you doing? Oh, you were doing the music thing, right?
What were you doing?
I was working full time, but then this is when like Filipino Foods came out.
Oh,
So this is like
yeah.
this is like over 10 years ago actually.
Wow.
And then I was trying to do more stuff after that, and then he introduced me as a YouTuber, and I didn't consider myself as a YouTuber. I was just like, I'm just making videos. It doesn't.
What did
Well,
you
that,
consider
essentially, that was kind of being a
And then-
YouTuber, though. Whether it's like, you were successful at it.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
you were working towards.
But like the person said, and I still remember it really vividly, and they go, "Oh, you're one of those."
Yeah, it's got a thing to it.
And I was like,
you reckon it's the influencer culture that kind of maybe ruined it a bit? Maybe.
I think the influencer culture was its own thing as well, because YouTube was there was like a phase of YouTube and people being
Yeah.
YouTubers, and then it was like people were Viners, and then now they're TikTokers, and then now like it's just depending on particular platforms, and now it's influencers in general because they're across all of the different platforms.
That makes sense.
It's even I find it weird now for us to say that we're influencers. Because it's I guess we kind of are, but like it's weird to say.
I don't even know how I influence. If we had said something that made you laugh or whatever, I suppose maybe we fall in that band, but
we're entertainers.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
like we don't turn the mics on and go, oh, let's influence people today. You know what I mean? It's such a weird thing to say, bro.
Let me put you under my influence.
We're going to influence people today. Welcome to the episode. We're going to influence you.
I don't know what that voice was.
Well, yeah, right.
Right. I listen to our pods, right? Because like I enjoy it, not just like listening to us because I know you guys, but just the randomness of just like the little bits that I didn't hear at the time that we recorded.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
There's
like,
little nuggets
and then I'm usually doing like listening to it, like say when I'm driving. So it's not like I'll go, all right, I've got 2 hours. Let me sit in an empty room and listen. You know what I mean? It's always something in the background. It becomes like a part of your routine kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I don't think we're like at the forefront of someone's day going like, all right, how can they influence me to do some shit today? You know what I mean? Like it's just, let's make your day go by quicker or more fun, like less boring.
But to be honest though, like if we are at the forefront of your day, like we love you guys. Subscribe to our Patreon, please.
Thanks, Jumo.
And like we know Jumo for sure. Like he'll sit down with his family and watch us.
Oh, really?
Which is really nice.
See that? Oh, that really makes me like, wow.
It's that kind of stuff. And I think I got a message from one of our listeners as well that they messaged on one of the videos and was just like, hey man, you always like, you never you can always make us laugh. And so thank you for that. I'm like, nah,
I guess
gets me in my
surprised when
feels,
people
man.
literally like specifically bring up something. I think it was, you guys probably don't go on the Discord anymore. There's a message there. I forgot who it was. And they really brought up the, I don't know which part, the last Cheatcoders part or something. And I was like, wow, that's so specific, like him bringing it up.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah,
he brought that up. And I was like, wow, people actually listen.
You brought it out of him. It became Utang Lalabas.
Utang Salabas.
I always pictured like the people that listen to us are like the same as us. So he's a guy in his late 20s. But I don't know, like that's how I always feel like. So whenever I'm talking or whatever, like sharing, I always talk as if I'm talking to someone like us. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know if girls listen to it as much.
Bro, we know the girls listen to it. Like Hannah listens to it.
Oh yeah.
So shout out to Hannah.
Oh yeah, true.
But yeah, I bet I don't know if you see how like I'm sounding like when I'm talking.
Yeah.
I kind of sound a little bit more I don't know, rough rather than, oh, there's girls in the room. I better like straighten myself out. Like I'm a little bit like just very relaxed.
Yeah.
Just like the way I'm talking to you guys. Like
yeah. And that's the one thing that I've heard like often, like people talk about us and like it's like hanging out with my cousins or hanging out with my friends and they'll just put on the podcast and just listen to us and.
Wow, that's so weird.
I do it sometimes.
Do you play it when there's other people around? You're driving, you just put it on, and someone's next to you, and you're like, "Yeah, that's me." That's fucking me, bro.
There'd be times when I'm watching, like I put on YouTube and on my TV, and it'd be on. I'd be doing something else, or I'd be listening to it in my car while I'm driving.
Yeah.
And then
if you were single, you'd put it on. That'd be one of your moves.
Maybe. Well, like
there's no music, so he's
probably.
Put on
Yeah, that would be my angle. It was always the singing back in the day.
Yeah.
I'd start singing. I remember. Shout out to my cousin as well. She just had a baby. Shout out, you Pauls. She like called me out. I was like singing in front of like at her place. And it was her friends were about, and then one of her friends go, "Hey, you got a really nice voice." And then my cousin goes, "My cousin goes." He does that every time he likes somebody. And I'm like, why would you throw me under the bus like
Right, showed all your cards, man.
Expose me like that, Paul.
I love that shit.
Nowadays, like you go, I'm a podcaster, and then she's gonna be like, "You're one of those."
Yeah. That's what I feel. Yeah.
You're one of those.
Yeah. Well, fuck you too then. You're ugly anyway. I don't want to go home with you. Don't touch me. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that happen in the clubs, man. It's funny. Someone tries to like pick up somebody and then they reject them. And then they're like, oh, you're ugly anyway. Where'd you get the dress from? Yeah. I'm like, why would you? Just relax, man.
You approached him, man.
Yeah, dude. Oh, man. I don't know where this conversation was going. This is just just let it happen. Just let it happen segment.
It's a little bit of a insight into Natz. Natz blazing.
Natz blazing.
Thanks for sharing that with us, bro. Because,
dude.
Like you mentioned, you didn't really tell anyone about the wedding and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. That was,
Yeah.
I didn't really tell anyone about that.
But it's cool to know. It feels like I know you a lot more now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No worries.
It's almost like a Patreon episode.
Yeah,
I think I should have saved that for Patreon, eh? That was just a casual.
Yeah.
Dropped some.
Well, if you want to know,
knowledge.
if you want to know more personal stuff about us, you know where you can check it out.
The Patreon.
You can check it out on Patreon, which is patreon.com/the Cheatcoders, where you can get untold episodes, you can get behind the scenes, extra content. I think there's a video over there of Garcia doing some lewd acts.
What? Huh? Was it?
Yeah.
Did I send you those videos?
To the karaoke video.
I didn't put them on my Patreon. They're on my OnlyFans. Now, Patreon's like awesome. If you guys are like avid fans and stuff, you get to see the team behind the cameras as well.
Yeah.
Like today, like we, I blew a cake for Marvin's birthday. Marvin.
Happy birthday.
Because behind these cameras, there's like another team that, you'll see them a lot more on camera on the Patreons, man.
There's a whole production behind the Cheatcoders. There's like cameras, there's equipment, there's all this stuff that goes behind it.
Yeah.
And if you help support us with the Patreon, we can continue to do this. We can help feed our families and feed the families of the production team as well. So please subscribe to the Patreon. Help us do what we love to do and create more content for you. The other thing as well, if you do subscribe to the Patreon on a paid tier, you get added to a private thread with all of us on there. And,
on IG.
on IG, you get added to a private thread.
That one.
And and you get access to us, basically.
Yeah.
Intimate access to each of the Cheatcoders.
You don't want to see me intimate.
A little too much, a little too intimate sometimes. I
I
think.
send you nudes. Unsolicited ones.
So subscribe to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/the Cheatcoder.
All right. Check. Next one. Hot Tito Summer. All right. Done. Number 7. Let's go.
That's what it is, eh? Anyway, welcome back to the show. We have a really interesting thing to announce. You know, I think we brought it up on the previous episode, and I'm not sure if we got recorded because we were using we were using another piece of equipment, and it just it shit itself. But we are evolving. Like we were young Filipino boys. We then became queers.
Yes.
And then now we are in our morphed. We morphed into.
We're like the we're like a third level Pokemon. You know, when they evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at the final stage, guys.
Final stages.
Actually, not really. There's Lolo stage if we make it, but you know.
Yeah. Lola's like the final. That's my
stage.
final form.
Yeah.
We're at the hot Tito era right now. This is a hot Tito summer.
I don't want this to be my final stage. If this is the final, that's so disappointing. Really, you're building up to this? I get rid of that Pokemon and put it back in the bowl.
Can I put it back? I'll just leave it at the poker. The poker hospital?
This is a devolution.
Devolution.
Devolving.
Do you remember what's it called? Digimon as well.
Yeah.
Right? They would transform into. It was like a little cute cat, and then it would transform into a knight with a machine gun or something, and then it would be like a saber-toothed tiger with a machine gun. That was the evolution. It wasn't like linear. It was really random. But like Pokemon, it's like you're a you're a tiny lizard, you're a medium-sized lizard, and you're a bigger lizard.
It makes more sense.
Now, what's the third evolution? Because there's the Digivolution.
Wasn't this just a rip-off of Pokemon? This Digimon?
I think so.
Is it even Japanese?
I think so.
I think Pokemon was a ripoff of a New Zealand idea. So I don't know. Everyone's just copying everybody.
There, this one. Right? So, in
Wow.
training.
What
rookie-
is that Digimon's evolution chart?
Yeah.
They stupid.
Like, it looks like a little thing with, like, antlers or whatever.
Doesn't even
and the
make
little
sense.
wings.
How does that turn into that? Not even the right color.
Second to third is a big shift, eh?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It starts off as an animal, and then all of a sudden it's like a humanoid character
Yeah.
with, like, it looks like an angel sort of
This
thing.
is like in the, I don't know why I bring it up. This is like in the Bible. It's like Jesus is like a baby, he's born. And then it's like, oh, he's, Mary's the dad, the mom, and Joseph's the dad, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden he's a 30-year-old God, bro. Like, well, what happened, man? You know what I mean? The last 3 phases is like,
There's
became
nothing
Jesus, walked on water, did something in between, and then
Yeah.
the cross.
But
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
you read it as baby Jesus. and
Yeah,
next
bro,
thing
the
you
whole
know,
Genesis
he's
thing,
30 years
and
old.
then it became an adult. What happened in between?
We need a movie about
That's the Jesus of Digimon, that
The
one.
Digimon. It says they're typing baby Jesus evolution. What are you doing?
Yeah, you never heard of
are
Jesus
you
when he was
doing?
like teens, like he was
Yeah.
rebelling and stuff.
Teen Jesus.
Bro, if I was Jesus in my teens, I would turn water to wine in my room, bro. I'd be drinking and no one would know. I'd change that in my mouth. I'm drinking this water, you think like, oh, it's just water.
Nope.
And then next minute, I'm getting drunk, wasted.
Oh man, yeah. You see like teenage Jesus like staggering about, and then his mom goes, "Jesus, have you been turning water into wine again?"
Yeah, man. Bro, if I was Jesus, I would have been winning all the surf comps without a board. That would have been crazy, bro.
He's just there.
I was just paddling and shit. Bow, bow, bow. I always get a perfect wave because I can control it. I'm the Lord.
If it's your mate's birthday, like your mate's birthday, like, oh, what are we having for your birthday? It's fish and bread again, bro. We're having fish and bread again.
Unlimited though.
Bro, it's a piece of me, man. Come on. Like
Hey,
if,
you know, actually, fish and bread, they didn't have frying pans back then. Were they eating it raw?
no, you didn't need
They had
no
fire back
pans.
then,
Yeah, you
so-
just had fire.
Yeah, true. Yeah, fire's been around a while. Yeah. He's Jesus as well. He could probably make fire.
Yeah, bro. I mean, he created the
thing.
world.
Yeah, that's true,
I
man.
think, fire's not too bad.
Were they eating the fish raw? Yeah, they probably were. Jesus was having sushi. That's what he was doing.
I'm like, man,
That would have been
they didn't
fire
have,
would have been a
they
level
didn't have
1
the right
item.
appliances back
Bro,
then.
imagine that. Like you go
Actually-
to sushi train and then it's unlimited onigiri.
Wait. When was bread invented?
Oh,
Don't you need machines for that shit?
no. You just need flour and shit.
Yeah,
Flour,
but-
water.
Yeah,
Flour and shit.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and shit.
don't you need the machinery to bread it up?
No.
You don't? No?
You just need an oven.
Oh yeah. But okay, oven.
Yeah.
Where's the oven in BC in AC?
So bread's been
What do
around
you think
before
you think?
Christ. It says 10,000 BC.
For about 10,000 years, people have been eating bread. They're stocking up on their carbs, man.
Before Jesus.
Bro.
You learn something new every day.
But then,
Yeah.
It's good.
but then Jesus invented sushi because he was like, he was like, oh, I can't feed everybody. Let me make some omakase. He starts cutting up.
Jesus, like, there's someone told me, like, we have the fish, it's not cooked yet. He goes, don't worry. Don't even worry about it.
Just add a bit of soy sauce and
got this.
and wasabi, and you're good. Who can feed 500?
This is why Jesus had this like that with his hand, like that pose. So he'd be like,
He's making
and he made a nigiri, I think is what they call it.
Got it, yeah, good. Does that mean
I suppose.
Jesus is Japanese?
He's hard. He's everyone.
He's
everything, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like Jesus has been white.
One with
he's been
everything.
black. He could be anything, bro.
I think he's Middle Eastern, to be honest, but he's one with everything.
He is Middle Eastern. His origins
Japanese
Middle Eastern.
Wow.
It's wild when the producers look up something that we talk about. The little known legend of Jesus in Japan.
Oh, there you go, bro. Man,
Myth confirmed.
What?
Jesus from Okinawa
He's from
for
Japan.
sure.
Okay, that's That's cool.
Final resting place claim is Jesus' final resting place.
You know what? His face did look a little bit Japanese, though.
He
Yeah?
had the long hair too.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
I think he looked a bit Japanese. I saw him bowing to people all the time, so I don't know. This is terrible.
Yeah, just
Oh my gosh!
Lick das point.
Oh man!
Lick das point's going real down. Whoa.
Bro, it looks like Keanu Reeves, man.
Yeah, it does look like Keanu
That's
Reeves.
like John Wick Jesus. see, look, hand placement. I'm not even kidding, bro. He was making sushi. That's how he fed everybody.
that's it, man.
That's how he kept the fish, from going bad.
It's
Japanese Jesus.
wow, that's crazy.
He looks cool.
I mean, I would have thought that he'd look more anime.
He's gonna be like, I can just imagine like the Japanese Jesus, or the Keanu Reeves Jesus would be like, Lord, forgive them for they know not what they. Whoa.
Where's that from?
I know it's just all of the paintings he's doing the peace.
Yeah,
sign.
it's doing peace sign.
I mean, you know,
Oh man, it's so funny. We've like diverted from what we were supposed to be talking about.
What were we
in the
talking about?
beginning.
that's crazy.
What was we supposed to be talking about?
We're talking about like the evolution of becoming a tito, which now we've like gone on to evolved into
Japanese Jesus, bro. That's way off.
But the reason why we're talking about this, the reason why we're talking about the
Actually,
evolution of tito is because we have a little show
Oh yeah.
happening
Oh, yeah,
on
that
May
one.
1st at the Jones Sutherland
I
Center.
heard Japanese Jesus is gonna be there.
Japanese Jesus. will be-
Japanese Jesus. I was just in my head. I'm picturing Jesus drifting, bro. Like through Shibuya and shit. Bro, he's parting the seas of people.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
That's fire, bro.
That's crazy.
That's why nobody got run over during that scene,
Yeah,
because he
man.
was like,
That pedestrian.
Bro, dude,
someone
that's
they
funny.
googled Steve
Yeah,
Aoki.
That's Stevie. Yeah.
that's a Japanese Jesus right
That's
there.
Japanese
He
Jesus
is
for
Japanese
sure.
Jesus.
We've got a Gussie and I have a mate by the name of Jules.
He
DJ
does
Jules.
look like it.
And like Jules has
He's
long
a fucking DJ too. Jules.
Jules has long hair, and then because he usually has it up or he wear a hat or something, and he'd let his hair down, and he just gets smashed in the comments. Be like, I message him and I'm like, oh bro, it's Steve Ayoko. Shout outs to DJ Jules. Ayoko. But yeah, so if come down to the Jones Sutherland Center on May 1st, and you will get to see the Cheatcoders live for Hot Tito Summer. That's the name of our show.
Yep.
We'll have links to buy tickets somewhere. This is going to be our first live show of 2025. Hopefully we'll have more live shows going on, but we just want to be out there and show off our Tito-ness, if that's even a thing.
Yeah, if you're in town, you're in Sydney, come check us out, man.
Yeah.
It's like a night with us. Just
Yeah.
to come hang out.
So this is for the Sydney Comedy Festival.
And it's free.
It's not free. You got to buy tickets.
Edit point. It's
Nat's shout, apparently. Ugh.
Nat's going to buy you a ticket.
yeah. Meet me there and pay for your ticket.
We won't.
Oh man.
No, but come see our show. Come spend some time with us. We're going to do obviously
Games.
Going to do a bit of stand-up comedy. Going to do some of the podcasting live. We're going to have some games for sure. And then, some of the live stuff that we've been doing. I think we're going to do another segment of the FCS and
Yeah, man.
and
Do it
any
live.
stuff that's like, if you were there for our 300th episode, there's probably going to be some of that as well. Hopefully our host for the trivia doesn't speak for too long.
That's crazy. It's been months.
We love you, bro. We love you. We love you, but you spoke for fucking ages, mate. Jesus Christ.
6 minutes. It's all right.
No, it was good. It was good. It was good. It was good. It was a good laugh. Do it again. But shorter this time. They're shorter. So yeah, come to the show May 1st at the Jones Sutherland Center in Penrith. We are doing for the Sydney Comedy Festival. Hot Tito Summer.
But it's autumn. That's okay.
Bow, bow, bow.
We bring
That's
the
us.
heat.
Just one pound.
All right. Let's do that. Okay, so
Done. Next one, number 8.
Number 8.
Chubby. Raph really does have a way to like.
Yeah, he
flow things,
segues
eh?
it. I don't know how he does it,
He
man.
does it.
And that's probably something like, so CA brought it up that every time that Raph isn't on the show, we always say the same things. I'm pretty sure we all have always said every single time when Raph isn't on, I don't know how Raph does it. I don't know how Raph segues and stuff. Anyway, let's pay some more bills. Check out our merchandise. Check out our shirts. Check out our hats, hoodies on at cheatcoders.shop. What can we find there, guys?
Hats, shirts.
T-shirts, hoodies,
Yep.
Team Rice
We
shirt.
got some new shirts there, by the way, as
Yeah.
well. We got the
There's
Boom
some-
Sarap. We got
yeah,
the Team
the old,
Rice.
old favorites.
Yeah.
Mono
Favorites.
Combat.
Do we have the faces? That was my favorite. Us, we don't have it.
There's the face. I think the face is was one of the classic ones, but there's got the pixel heads and things
Pickle
like
heads
that
are there. The planets there. Power Rangers.
Yeah, Power Rangers. There's the faces. It's the
Nah, some of the other one, the big faces.
that was one of the very first ones.
Boom Sarap shirt. I actually want one of those ones, man.
Yeah.
The bless hat.
But yeah, let us know what you guys would like to see on a t-shirt for us. I know that a lot of people want the Team Rice shirt. There's going to be a Team No Rice shirt because
Yeah.
We'll
and
put it
guess
on there.
what? If you're buying this from America, no tariffs. So just saying. You're safe. You know?
Yeah, that's it.
we now have international shipping. So if you order it from where you are, we have distributors, suppliers in your area to get the shirts to you. So it's not just us. It's not a rinky dink operation anymore. It's not just us.
Yeah.
Packaging it for you and sending it off. But let us know what kind of things you'd like on a shirt, and then we'll put on that shirt for the cheat coders. But all the usual stuff is on there. Check it out. Cheat Coders merchandise. Buy it. Cheatcoders.shop.
Cheatcoders.shop.
Yeah.
Okay. Another one done.
Okay.
Okay, deep coders. Let's
Wait. How?
get deep.
We've talked for an hour and 30?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
So all right. So
Deep Coders.
this episode is sponsored by our sponsors Tap Sand, and so this particular segment is called Deep Coders, sponsored by Tap Sand. What's the topic for today? Last time we talked about utang na loob.
Yeah, no. I was just bringing up proverbs and stuff, right? Where I'm gonna say it in Tagalog, or
Can I say it?
I mean, yeah, go for it, bro.
Oh, man, I might fuck up. All right, thank you, Talia.
I actually was thinking as an idea for us to do a segment where we only speak Tagalog. That would be difficult. I would find
you can do it,
myself
man.
struggling.
Ooh, I mean, we'll get there. You know what I mean? It's a evolution, apparently.
Yeah.
Until we
The
become
Tito
full blown
summer.
Tito. But no, it's just a proverb. And I think there's like similarities with different cultures. But the proverb is, ang hindi lumingon sa pinanggalingan, hindi makakarating sa paroroonan. Means a
Translate.
person who does not remember where he came from will never reach his destination. That's the translation, right? So it's always, you can't move forward unless you know where you come from.
Yeah.
And
I've heard like a version of that in
is that Jose Rizal that said it? Oh, and that kind of feels like someone just made this, dude.
Hindi marunong, what? Lumingon?
Lumingon.
Lumingon sa pinanggalingan,
Yeah.
ay hindi makakarating sa paroroonan.
I'll just drop that in a speech one day.
Did Jose Rizal really say it?
I mean, it's on the internet, so it must be true.
They put the quote and then they put a picture of Jose Rizal next to it.
Must be him.
So now when you search it up, it's going to be said by Christian Wild Thought.
Oh, bro.
That's wild.
And it's on my photo next to it.
next to it. Wow, he's so wise.
Oh, dang.
Christian Wild Thought Garcia.
Jose.
Jose.
I just plagiarized him.
How do you guys feel about it, though?
Well,
What do you
I think
think?
it makes sense because I feel like like I said, I've heard a version of it in English, and it's one of those things that for me, the way that I think about it is, if you don't appreciate where you've come from, then where you are now or where you're going won't mean as much. You know what I mean? And that's the way that I interpret it. But
see, that when you said that interpret, this is when I was thinking about it, it was very I was thinking this is like a very personal thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, obviously someone's going to have a different meaning to it. Like, listening to it, how you live it. One person's going to, I don't know, experience that proverb one way to, like, different to the next guy kind of thing. Because there's always different, I suppose, like, there's two sides, right? Whether you agree with it or you don't. And that becomes, your personal experience.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, unless you know where you come from, how can you know, like, where you're going to be?
Yeah.
I was thinking in my head, like, if you come from a product of, like, a bad, like, environment and you dwell on that, that will stop you from progressing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's like, if you didn't look back, it's more beneficial for you to be able to progress. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like things like trauma and stuff.
It's
like
personal.
because if you were like say we always bring up the whole crab mentality thing, right? And I kind of feel like this is like I'm part of in that camp too, not in a bad way, but I'm thinking more when I grew up, coming to Australia, like my dad worked in a factory and stuff.
Yeah.
And then during my school days, my dad would take me to like the rich areas of Sydney. It's like if you study hard, you'll get this kind of thing, right? And in my head, like, okay, to be successful, to be able to do that, like I grew up thinking like, oh man, if you earned $100,000 a year, you've made it because that's more than what my dad was making at the time.
Yeah.
Like that's success. And because like, I don't know, maybe it's just my personal thing, but getting to that point, you kind of think like, okay, I made it. I'm here. And then you don't keep moving forward. Because in my household, that's what it meant to be successful. Like I'm earning more now than what my dad used to.
Yeah.
And so I've done what I'm supposed to.
You've succeeded where?
Yeah. Like my dad migrated to Australia so I can have a better future or have better opportunities than he did.
Yeah.
I did that and I'm sweet now. But then that kind of stopped me from moving forward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So me dwelling into my past, I'm not saying it's like a bad environment, but that still has an effect on, like, I reckon I would have been more successful if I didn't dwell on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I didn't look at my dad as the bar for success.
Goalpost, yeah.
If I exceeded him, I'm sweet. I'm done.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you interpret
I'm
that
trying to like
quote?
I think I'm overthinking the question, because I'm like, when you're talking about looking at the past, but you're looking at, I guess, your dad more as the sort of, that's what you look at because what was said, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have other people that maybe, I don't know, it's like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, if you go back to that topic about having a bad upbringing, right? A trauma can react two ways.
Mhm.
And it depends on the person, how they, I guess, process it.
Yeah.
Like you could really, like, you could become a really good person because of it. Like people usually, not usually, sometimes if they're, come from that, they want to be the opposite of that. They steer away from it. They do everything they can to just not be bad. Like, I don't know. Maybe that helps them. But it could go the full wrong way if that's how sociopaths are made, really, You suddenly, you're in that, you grow up, you become a product of that environment and you're stuck there as well.
My dad did that in a way where my grandfather was very physical.
Yeah.
Like belt and, like that was just his way of disciplining.
Yeah.
And my dad put a stop to that shit. Never raised a hand.
So is this
It
more
was
like
all-
looking back at how things were done before, or is this literally looking at...
Oh, it could, see, this is why I was saying it's a very personal
that's
thing.
why I mean, like, I'm overthinking. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, if you put it that way, that's... Yeah.
I think it's open for interpretation. Can we click on what's the context?
Can you make it English
Someone
as well?
says-
Like, I'm just...
Someone says what's the context of the quote there and the Reddit link that's there.
Because it is quite vague. Because, like, obviously, you are going to look back. Like, it's not like you're just going to ignore and just forget your past completely. Everyone knows.
Yeah. Because there's a bunch of people. Can you like make that a little bigger, please? Just having a look at some people's opinions about it. Someone says, I've always thought the quote came from somewhere else. translated.
Yeah, see? Oh, man, I'm not trying to put down Jose.
And no, there's not that much. There's not that much on there.
I don't think,
Hang on.
I don't think that's it.
Scroll down again. Sorry. History is bound to repeat itself. Something. Fortunately. Here we go. So this person says, and this was 12 years ago, unfortunately, the quote is now used to guilt people into sharing their hard-earned money. Your success is everyone else's success. Most people...
Is that what it's supposed
well,
to
that's
be
what
for?
that's what this person is saying.
Like, don't
on
forget
Reddit.
where you came from. You have
Yeah.
to take care of all these...
That's a different interpretation.
I mean, that's a different
Guilt,
interpretation.
you know what I
And
mean?
I don't agree with that.
Imposing that on
Already.
someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, I never thought about that.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Like it's like you know,
Wow.
you don't forget where you came from.
Yeah.
I never interpreted that as that. I was like,
This is the thing though, with because it's in Tagalog, things can be interpreted differently,
Yeah.
very differently.
Yeah.
Because it's not our main language, so yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like overthinking it. Like, what is it? What context?
but I
is
think
it?
that's the
Right.
same thing as like all proverbs, or all like phrases like that. There's a little bit of room for interpretation. Like because the English translation of it is person who doesn't look to their past will never reach the destination. They'll never get to where they're going.
I suppose in this context, because we're Filipinos living in Australia, right? Or
Yeah.
Filipino Australian, that is obviously like something that's going to play a part. Like when you say, oh, you should, recognize where you came from. Obviously, you have Filipino blood. This is why we have the podcast to begin with, right? Where we're obviously acknowledging the fact that we're Filipino. This is where our blood came from. And unless we recognize that, then, you can't move forward.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
at the same time, though, like, if you look at, I don't know, like there's Vanessa Hudgens and you know what I mean? They don't mention that they're philo until they've already gone there. So
Until it means something to them, or at least
maybe
they
this
benefit from
proverb is being thrown at her rather than
yeah.
her utilizing it to begin with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, you made it. Hey, you got to remember you're philo, bro. Like, like again, maybe like the guilt thing.
Like the comment was saying,
Exactly.
like they're guilting them to like, hey,
It's a guilt trip thing.
your
Yeah.
success is
Don't forget where you
everyone's
came
success.
from.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Maybe it's like the Carlos Yulo thing where it's just like,
Oh, bro.
you know what I mean? It's like,
It always comes
remember
back to Utang, bro. The Utang clan.
remember where you
gosh.
came from and remember who, like, all the people that brought you through that. So, but I mean, I interpret it completely different. I was like thinking for you to
we were thinking it in a more positive light. I think.
Yeah.
We're trying to, because this other interpretation is very negative.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's sort of, yeah.
I saw it as more so like for you to appreciate where you are or where you're going, like remember where you came from.
The whole remembering where you came from thing. This is probably going a little bit deeper or whatever, but again, just us being Filipinos outside of the Philippines, there was a moment hearing, I think it was one of my titos, when they listen to the TFC, like news and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like always some bad shit, right?
Yeah.
And he said this. I remember I was like 10, 11. He goes, like wala nang pag-asa ang Pilipinas, like, because he's here.
Yeah.
I think in my head, like, it really pissed me off, hey, because I just got here, and I was thinking, bro, how could you say that shit about Philippines, bro?
Yeah. There's no point.
Like, dude, you're I thought you were Filipino, like, but the whole like just giving up hope,
Yeah.
fucking irritated the fuck out of me as a 10-year-old. Like, I was just like, how it kind of felt traitorish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because even if you're out here, you can't fucking do that shit. Like looking back at, at your beginnings.
Yeah.
What was he saying? What was
Like
was
when
it just
you
the
when you hear
general-
stuff like, say, I don't know, politicians doing
politics
shit,
stuff,
right?
There's crime or
And
corruption
it's,
or whatever.
wala nang pag-asa, like, it's that whole, like, I'm lucky I got out of there kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like leaving Philippines was the success. Do you know what I mean? And it just really bothered the fuck out of me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, maybe that was, I don't know if this has anything to do with like this proverb, but if you were to look at it, I don't know, him looking back is more like, okay, I've left that place. Now it's not time for me to move on. It's kind of like he's looking at Philippines as the bad environment, like the bad home environment. You know what I mean?
That's a shame.
Yeah, bro.
That's a real
It's
shame. So,
fucking,
like-
I don't know, man. I don't see that dude no more, obviously, but I don't know. I just remember thinking like from such a young age, it was like, you know, when people feel patriotism eventually at some time in their life, this was like the opposite. It was like I was angry for my country almost, you know what I mean? It's like, how the fuck can you do? How can you say that shit?
Yeah, especially back then too.
I remember I was in a relationship and the relationship ended, and I was really bitter after that like relationship. Like I'd chosen to cut it off, to like end it, but I was really bitter because in my head I was thinking about all the negative stuff. I was thinking about how I'd wasted years of my life in this relationship. Like this is the mentality in my head. Like that was a waste of my time. I put so much effort. I put so much like time and trying to like build on this relationship.
Is this one of your first serious relationships?
No.
Actually,
it
he's
wasn't.
had too many, so he's probably gone through it so many times.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh, sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Spoke my mind.
But like,
Yeah.
It sounds like you've gone through this.
I had, you know, when I was younger, I had lots of girlfriends.
He's been very bitter.
But like, there was just this one particular one. But
I think I know who. Yeah, all right. Sorry.
It's not the one you're thinking of. It's not that one. But
I know.
I was so cut and bitter about it that I couldn't let go of the bitterness and the anger and stuff to it.
You should have moved to another country.
I should have. I did eventually, but but like
It's a joke.
But that dictated your decisions moving forward, right?
yeah, but then for me to get out of that bitterness, for me to get out of the like hate, and it wasn't that I didn't hate her, I hated myself because it was like I'd made those decisions to stay in this relationship and stay like kept feeding into something that I wasn't, you know, getting what I thought I was getting out of the relationship. I thought it was like a loving relationship, but it wasn't one.
Yeah.
Is it because maybe you realize it after when looking back? Is it, and then maybe at the time you didn't see it?
I did, yeah.
So it was
yeah.
toxic. It was,
But I just felt it was just like I'm doing a lot to try to build this person up, trying to build on this relationship, and I wasn't getting like back what I thought I was putting into it. Anyway,
yeah, okay.
for me,
Very one-sided.
yeah,
is what you're
it felt
saying.
very one-sided. But for me to get out of that mindset, for me to move forward,
Yeah.
I had to look at it in a different way. I was like, okay, I've done what I did I did what I did to set out, like because I love this person, and so I did what I did out of love, and that person is better off. I would hope now that that we've been in each other's life.
Yeah.
May not necessarily. I may not necessarily have been better off through that person, but I had done my bit to it, and so I was trying to find the positive in it. And that's how I like kind of flipped it. And it reminds me of this quote that's like, for me to move forward, I have to remember something about it.
Yeah.
And accept that like it happened. I need to accept it. Yeah, I can flip it and be like, cool, that these are the positives, and now I can move on from it, and I can move forward and have more healthy.
That's why it's very personal, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like some bad shit happened. I'm not just going to disregard. If anything, all the bad shit, I can like learn. You know what I mean? That way I don't do the same thing again.
100%.
Yeah.
Because you got to do like just like that guy who was like, there's no point. Like, luckily I got out of there. Like, yeah, that's one way to deal with it. But then, what did you learn from like the experience? You know what I mean? Like,
I think he was just bitter, bro. Maybe that Tito just broke up with someone too. I think what Jose Rizal was trying to say is don't date Filipino girls again. Hey, done. Hey,
And he never
ever
did.
since then,
And he never did.
never again.
Never ever again. And he lived happily ever after.
And he lived happily ever after.
oh man, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
He wants no percentage.
You owe it all to Jose Rizal, bro. Getting yourself out of that bad
We
relationship.
love our Filipina sisters out there. I'm gonna get in trouble for all the Filipino girls out there. Like, hey, you hate Filipino girls.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, nah. We love you. We love you.
Nah,
It's just that, but again, like that's a really deep and personal kind of quote, and it can be interpreted in different ways.
Yeah, man.
Let us know what you guys think of that quote. Whether you interpret it in a particular way, put your comments put your comments into the comment box. What is it called? It's like I haven't done this for like 5 years. Like
Write it in the comments.
Write in the comments.
Tell us what you think. We want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So that brings us to the part of the show where we share some music.
Is that what the closure was?
It was a quick one.
Yeah. Cheatcoders, sponsored by Send. So if you're feeling guilty,
Send it to.
and you want to remember your where you're from, send them some money through Send.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember where you're from, the Philippines.
Yeah.
Or even if you're not from there and you know people in the Philippines, send them some money. Send them some cash through Send. If you use the promo code Cheatcoders, you get a bonus on your first send, whether you're in Australia, Canada, USA, UK, UAE, or Europe. All right, let's get to the part of the show where we share some music, whether we've been playing it this week, this month, this year, because music makes the world go round, as Raph always says. And we usually start with Don Doing Stuff, aka myself. So let's not steer away from that. The song I'm going to put onto the Cheatcoders stash is, firstly, I want to say congratulations to the girls from Beanie and their team for releasing the latest EP, which is called Beanieverse. The song I want to put up here is one of my favorites from this EP. It's called Zero Pressure. This is like a exercise song. Here it is. This is Zero Pressure by Beanie. Let's start again.
Heaven knows it falls in nature.
Are you playing it?
Yeah, I'm playing it.
Okay.
Coming like a hurricane. I'll take it down without a chaser. So everybody knows my name. It ain't about the fame.
It's very flash dance.
Remembered for the way the world gon' change us. I got fire in my blood when I move. No, you won't catch me holding on for a miracle. I'm right here and I got nothing to lose. Baby, I'm always looking up at the pinnacle. Never hold back, no. Give it a shot, always turn up. Keep it right on. Zero diamonds. And I'm gonna give it to you.
Is this again? Is this?
This is a Beanie.
Gotta grab
no way.
Yeah, dude.
goes.
Is it a new one?
They're going, this whole album, a whole EP. So they're going like really 80s on this one. I like it, man.
I like it.
It's like flash dance, right? It reminds me of that. And that was Zero Pressure.
It sounds a bit more mature than their other songs.
Yeah. I think that's what they're going for. This is their evolution as well into the Beanieverse.
Sounds way better than SB19. Way better.
we love SB19.
Don't bring it up anyone.
I'm not saying that SB19 is shit. I'm saying that
I'm just saying it doesn't-
Beanie's one sounds better.
It doesn't move me.
If I was to choose between the two, I'd say Beanie. But, you know.
No hate.
SB19 also released a new song. We might play it.
Probably not. Probably not as good.
We're good.
Mr. Natz Blazin, what is the song that you'd like to put on
I've
to the
got the
Cheatcoders
song
stuff?
that I want to dedicate to Don.
Oh my god. Here we go. Here we go. What's this song? This
is Don's I just feel like it speaks to you, bro. For all the Filipino girls out there in the world.
Nang may love ako sa'yo, kala ko'y pag-ibig mo ay tunay, pero hindi nagtagal, lumabas din ang
The song is called
tunay
Stupid Love by Andrew.
mapagmataas at lagi na
Great song, man.
mimitas. Pero sarili kong pera ang
It's
iyong
Sabakuta?
Yeah.
Ugali mo'y napaka-sticks. Kung hiyain mo
But this is performed by. This is different. It's not Andrew E, is it?
No. I think the movie is
I think he's featured in it,
Andrew
right?
E.
Was that a group?
No.
Right.
Yeah, the Andrew E thing, that was the movie that this song was like
Gotcha.
music for.
I want to watch it now.
Banyo Queen.
Salbakuta.
This was a bop back in the day, man. Yeah. This is Don, man. The chorus is done, man. It's such a wild hook, bro. So demon. Were you jamming this during your bitter stage?
You know what this song reminds me of as well? Sukiyaki. So yeah, it's Sukiyaki is the song. 4 p.m. by Sukiyaki. And that was Stupid Love by Sabakuta. Yeah,
That's
man.
a throwback.
That is a throwback,
really
throwback and a half, man.
Right, Andrew, yeah, man. He was my idol when I was a kid, bro.
Mr. Cheatcoders.
Manu kind of pangit.
Oh yeah, I just remember that song.
Mr. Christian Wildthought Garcia, what song do you want to put up on the
Hi, I'm
Cheatcoders
adding
dash?
your song, Don. This is Losing You by XG.
Hey, okay. Hey, you sent it on there.
I only heard this song a couple of
I'll
hours ago.
put it up on
Sounds
the YouTube
mad.
so they see it.
Put it up on the
Losing You
YouTube.
by XG.
Oh, we could have just hooked up the broadcast to the
we
Spotify,
could've.
bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bruv. XG.
Who's XG?
They're the Japanese girl group.
Oi.
The second one. There we go. So this is actually a cover. Don't play it yet. That's an ad. Don't play it yet. That's an ad. So this is actually a cover of a UK girl group called Flow. But I love this song, man. It's such a great song.
Dishes in the sink. I ain't have no time to think. I don't even ask you where you been.
It reminds me of a Babyface song.
Oh, this is the one that you were playing before. Oh, she got long nails, man.
There's a bit of latency on the thing. That's why it's
Yeah, I thought she just.
Oh, is that why?
Bro. Yeah.
yeah. There's like three or four other members, and this is the three of them that they're doing like a singing thing.
I'm happy on my own.
That's that bit. Oh my
Sounds
god.
like Babyface, yeah. Like so reminiscent of Babyface.
It's a cover, is it?
Yeah, it's a cover.
It is a cover. Oh, cool.
I'm happy that you're gone. For the first time, I'm finally feeling strong. Don't bother calling on my phone. I'll put you straight to busy tone. And with the games, a way to grow. Quit playing, you don't want no smoke.
You don't want no smoke.
You don't know what loyal is. I'm so done with this. You're only giving 10%. Always lift you up and never let you down.
Yeah, man.
That's dope, man.
And that was "Losing You" by XG as a cover of a FLO song.
That chorus,
That chorus,
that
man.
melody. Oh, sounds
I've been feeling ever since even before that, ever since that reporter, that journalist disrespected Babyface like that at the Grammys, I was like, I'm gonna stream more Babyface's music, man. So hopefully he can get 1 billion streams and get
yeah,
45,000.
45 grand.
Oh man. www.dondoingstuff.com. That's my website. At dondoingstuff on all social media platforms. Where can they find you, Mr. Garcia?
C Garcia on Instagram or www. You know what? Benny's better than SP19. I'm gonna say it. .com.
That's Blazing. Where can they find you, buddy?
You can find me on Instagram, Natz Blazing.
Hey,
And
where-
if your Lola needs
do it.
if your Lola needs some support, go to pinoycareservices.com.
Hey, I like that you're starting to like advertise it. It's good, man. Elpinoyservices.com. Elpinoycareservices.com. That's his website. Check it out. Where can they find the Cheatcoders?
Cheatcoders.shop.
Hey, so check us out there. Buy our merch. Subscribe to our Patreon. All of that good stuff. Use the promo code the Cheatcoders from Tap Send. All of that. Like, subscribe, comment, everything. We love you guys. We'll see you in the next episode.
And cut.